Doctor, we need to leave immediately. I found Kristen's energy source. Things aren't yet irredeemable. The worst-case possibility anticipate has not yet come to pass. We still have a chance to stop her.
What's the sarcophagus doing here?
Kristen's plans require mass amount of energy, the scale and purity of which are both beyond any modern Terran's grasp or even their imagination.
So she's exploiting the sarcophagus tech?
The sheer vastness of this energy is more than a sarcophagus can provide too.
So why is she...
I said more than a sarcophagus. I hadn't anticipated their being in Columbia, buried right beneath these wastes. Doctor, I need your help. And your help is all I have.
I'm worried about Rosmontes.
Combat has concluded. She won't be in danger. I ask you have faith in her. She may still be a child, but she is nevertheless a Rhode Island elite operator. And I ask you have faith in the time you spent with her. Whether the operation in Chernobyl or her days aboard Rhode Island, not one past moment has been for naught, and these experiences likewise mold her even now. She will make her own choice, and we can only respect that choice. But right now, as it falls to her, so it falls to us too.
45 minutes after 7 p.m. Hammer now at upper shaft.
Incredible. I've always wondered how you learned to fight so well. Busy with all those research projects. And I thought I made efficient use of my time. Do you never sleep?
What are you doing here, Ferdinand?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Saria. After forcibly entering a Trimountain military spec ops bureau, what could you possibly be doing? Let me guess. You want to find something to chase after that airborne gizmo? Maybe hijack a heavy-duty army drone and tie yourself onto it, for example. Or is that thinking a little too simple, Director Saria? I never took you for the impulsive type.
Out of the way, Ferdinand. I have no time to argue with you right now.
Would you look at that? How sad. The only three... well... Fine. Scientific investigations doesn't count. The only two Director's control left out of her incredible plan just happen to have gathered here. What do you want to do? Stop the madwoman or save her?
I have no need to tell you anything.
Oh, I assure you, I don't mean to criticize your relationship with Kristen. I was just waiting for you. Listen, Saria, I'm not here to get in your way.
I said, out of the way.
And I said, listen.
That's the sound of an aircraft. Ferdinand, where is that one from?
The Horizon Arc project isn't just that superweapon Kristen's floating through the air. It's a complete strategic program. I tapped into some connections to borrow an aircraft they used to service the Arc-01, and blew up the rest while I was at it. Let me be clear. Look across all of Columbia, and you'll find very few passenger aircraft safely able to fly near the barrier altitude. They won't need much time to scramble high-altitude craft from the district, but for you, and for me, That is more than enough time.
You're proposing a collaboration. You believe that you're seriously qualified for this?
There's the same old Saria I know. As though you'd have the ability to quell every single problem. Even if I wasn't there to help. But I don't have a single shred of doubt about this. In your own words, there is no reason we should clash. Hammer has reached the shaft's aerial space, and the shaft has begun accumulating energy. If we let this situation unfold as is, then no matter what Kristen is up to, this will end with the Department of Defense exposed to the winds of scrutiny. And I'm sure we all know how Rhinelab, as an accessory to it, will end up.
And whether it be as a clandestine military proxy or a former director of Rhinelab, you'll be finished, Ferdinand.
Exactly. But I'm not about to give in. We can still make it in time. We can bring Hammer back down again in a safe descent before the energy excitation, and then there will be room to pull everything back.
And is it your life you're looking to redeem, or Rhinelab?
Does it matter?
You have to be franker than that, Ferdinand. You've been ready with this aircraft. You've been anticipating that Kristen could get this far.
Here I thought the busy work at Defense had ground away all your researchers' insight.
Still, I've been ready for less time than you think.
Do you honestly believe this adventure of yours will rescue anything?
If you didn't think so, then why would you be here?
Do you know what feeling has struck me deeper than anything else lately?
I feel like nobody cares about Rhinelab's reputation. Everyone else is either out to see what research funds Rhine can get them, or their only interest is in what Kristen's doing. You may have considered how Kristen leaves the picture, but have you considered what will become of the company afterwards? Yes, I know you've all been captured by her charm and charisma. With a little soul searching, I have to wonder if I wasn't too. Of course I was. But Rhinelab is ours, of the blood we shed. I can't accept her setting fire to everything that I gave the sweat of my brow for, no matter what reason drives it. So I can swallow being a tusk beast of the military, because I want to pull Rhine back from the brink. That's so wrong.
I never thought I'd see you telling me this sort of thing.
They are very director of defense-like words, aren't they? Frankly, I should be getting a cut of your salary for it.
I am no longer the director of defense.
Fine. Once the dust settles on all this, I'll talk with Jara about getting a raise.
You'll need to be re-employed first.
Still, you were right about one thing. Rescuing Rhine is far from my only aim. I need Rhine, and Rhine needs me. That's my assessment, born of reason and emotion. However, to put it bluntly, I'm curious. This is Kristen we are talking about. We know Kristen. The army wants to think she's out to blow something up, which is stupid. After working with her for so long, we know what kind of woman she is. And of course, you would understand her better than I ever could. Saria, tell me straight, what's going on in that brain of hers? How far is she going to take this?
I can conjecture.
Conjecture. Very cautious terminology. Go on then. Are you conjecturing or not?
Those drones currently on the attack may be unable to pierce HAMHRR's armor for the time being and cannot reach its altitude of hover, but shooting down this maintenance aircraft of yours would be simple enough for them. My guess is, the military and Maylander are deploying even greater firepower right now. Specialist drones capable of even higher altitudes, even landing craft to convey troops. Involvement in the front line is only a matter of time. We need to get your little craft, with near to no armor and not a single weapon installed, straight through a net of drone fire.
This definitely carries a little risk.
I'll pilot.
Suit yourself. Are you actually able to run this thing, though?
I learned once. In college.
50 minutes after 7 p.m. Hammer, altitude 3000 meters.
It seems like the transmitter response has started growing stronger. It should be right around here.
Well, not good. Energy readouts completely blanket.
You can't stop it?
Not that! The thing's blown past max display capacity. There's nothing in the manual for this.
Then to hell with the manual. I want solutions, damn it.
No. The entire facility energy supply lines should be cut by now. All of them. This energy... Where the heck is it coming from?
So you're telling me this energy is enough to turn us to ash with just one lick, but it's coming out of thin air?
The burden is on you to prove that hypothesis.
Shut up and give me solutions, or I'll hair you straight in there.
Let me just give it another once-over. Pipelines, switches, energy nodes.
Is this son of a bitch gonna explode on us?
The menu says, I think, in general terms, current accumulated energy is now beyond the structure's theoretical safe capacity.
If it explodes, what happens?
I don't know.
Hey, okay, run me some analysis. If something goes wrong, we'll hit Yorktown. That's not far from here.
Yorktown? I'm not sure.
Tell me how big it'll blow, for Pete's sake. I told my brother-in-law it was a bad idea to pioneer out of Tri-Mounts. It's a city of head cases.
I'm calculating now.
The hell it is, I'm surrounded by science nuts. Crazy Poindexters. Don't any of you have a single breaker in your brains? Every day with your million freaking amazing projects and you just wonder what happens if you screw up? The mind behind traumatarian science. And you build this giant bomb that activates itself and you literally can't even shut it down.
I wasn't on this project. I got temporarily assigned to work on this by your colonel. I would definitely tasted this thing a few more times myself.
Zip it. I know you people too well. One little teensy-weensy hint of success and it's like you all go goddamn blind.
But wasn't this project led by the DoD?
Okay, then they are all insane. I warned my Mima when she said her folks were coming to pioneer in Columbia. Nation build of goddamn nutcases. Damn it, are you done calculating? Shit, this won't work. I need to make a call. Why can't I dial out?
Energy concentrations are too high. Probably, this impacting signal transmissions.
Damn it! God damn it! Is there anywhere with better signal? Some other corridor?
This has all fallen to chaos. Energy transmission can't be halted. Just what is Kristen trying to do? Transmitter response is still growing stronger. It should be that the transmitter Professor Parvis tuned is all aboard Hammer. So why is there such a strong reaction here too? I have to. Is there a passage anywhere? I need to keep heading down.
Silence. So you came. You chose this path to move forward. Whenever Parvis recruited for his places, he'd always tell me that the trait he most valued was a researcher's perseverance for progress. No wonder he graded you well. What could be on your mind right now, Kristen?
So this is our destination?
For the past while, I investigated several former Trimons locations surveyed by RunLab until finally I found this place. And the reality was little removed from what I imagined.
Kassid gives a rock face beside her a few knocks.
We're separated from the Horizon Arc project shaft by only a few hundred meters. I'm afraid Kristen has the way laid out there too, should you want to go sightseeing.
Kassid?
Doctor. I presume you've gathered that there is much more driving Rhode Island to intervene so actively in Trimon's affair, beyond simply wooing what you've seen.
What?
Silence. Ifrit and Saria, Loken and Rosmontes, even the Revenant calling himself the Teen Man. All of them are simply ordinary people, far separated from the truth. With regards to the Rhineland commotion and Kristen going out of control, the military and the Mainlander Foundation are like weights once again placed on the scales, trying to preserve the semblance of a civilized nation. But none of that is what matters most, what should concern most. From the very beginning, Kristen has been brushing against something far beyond anyone's imaginations, and with that as a focus, has launched a charge against the sky. Our warrior actions will bring unexpected things to bear upon Terra. My intent was to stop her before then. But we were one step too slow. On Terra today, interfering in such things is no longer easy. Civilization is much more expensive than I thought. There will come a day when people step far enough again.
Why not share what you know with anyone else?
It's not as if I haven't before, but the end result is never ideal. You may suggest those aboard Red Islands today. Amia, Closure, the hunters we've tied to Aegir. They know a great deal already, which has helped to resolve their own issues. But when you plough the fields, you never pay mind to why the horizons form as cloud, rain, and lightning. Yet perhaps you may want to know when the next storm will come. The arrogant acts of noble politician versus repeated catastrophe. The forecast yield of crops versus new tax levies. These are things that grow on life. The reality is, countless have no regard for even that much. They simply do not care for the fate of others. From a Terran's point of view, even if they did choose to believe such far-flung knowledge and information, what could they do about it? What use would it be? The wise that take note of all around them, those bare few, are the only one able to maintain their thought. And the rest, when faced with things that outstrip their comprehension, more than often opt to laugh it off or persecute it, so as to protect their comfortable bubbles of ignorance from any outside challenge. They are no more than lamentable, but the truth grows even further because of them.
I'm starting to wonder just what's ahead of us.
Just promise me one thing, Doctor.
Go on.
No matter what it is that you find next, and think next, do not let it shake you. I am by your side. If you choose to, no, you won't. I trust in the you that accompanied Amia and Rhode Island to today, and I trust that you're prepared in your own way, despite how inexplicably scarce our remaining time is. Wait, fall back, Doctor. What I just said will take some explaining.
You follow Kassid's gaze far, to where a dangerous silver glint perches atop the rock. A woman clings to the stalactite wall with nothing but her tail, almost like she's floating in the air, taking in the two of you with great amusement. You feel uneasy. It isn't Holiak's sudden appearance before you, rather that you realized how Kassid, of prudence comparable to an automated machine, has made a mistake so rudimentary even to you. Holiak gently lands beside the two of you. Her mirthful smile draws scratches across your beating heart.
I thought you were more cautious than that, Rhode Island physician. But to be fair, I'm surprised you two managed to find this place. Kristen never even told me its exact location.
Kukulkan. Betraying the Mailander Foundation is tantamount to funeralizing your future in Colombia. What Kristen promised must be far more generous than what Mailander could give you. You and your clan chose a path of no return, and you're trying to find the source of your race's power from controlling Loken's research. I advise you to stop. This is not pursuit of the historical self. It is simply self-destruction. A vast time has elapsed in which the elders have lost their legendary powers, and now compared to the remaining ancient races, have no...
As Sid's speech is interrupted, Oliak's tail has quietly pressed against your throat.
Yes, there's a sort of pressure your calm expression and tone of voice wreak. One that makes your database of a brain capable of turning words into weapons. But you know that sometimes speechcraft just doesn't work. The sarcophagus from Loken and the files Kristen got from who knows where are enough to round off this dream we've all had for a long time. A dream filled to bursting with power and might. Look at this now. Look at me. My plumage, my flesh, my tail. Memory tells me how it's all begotten by my blood. A high blood by any other name, the Kukulkan blood. I'm very strong, aren't I, Doctor?
Please lose your tail when you speak.
I don't mind your composure one bit. But you see, if I felt like snapping your neck, then it wouldn't take much effort to do it. I remember it happening just like this before. Without all that fantastical equipment, Kristen's hardly stronger than the average person, and I could have just as easily throttled her. But she downplayed, minimized, rejected power. I don't really like the oddball scientist type, but she made me realize, outside of my lineage, what do I even have? It's a cruel irony. The word she says clings to you. She humiliated the calling and the memories I succeeded. I wanted so badly to return the favor. But she seems so impossible to strike at. The placidity, like she'd gotten everything life had to offer. So placid, it made me envious. Made me want to claw myself apart. It shook me so badly.
She won you over? What is it you want?
I want to see how she ends, to guess her true intentions, to unearth her legacy, and then I'll snatch away every last little thing that made up her mind when she ridiculed me. Maybe I'll find the answer just like that. Before I return to my longed-for age of the Kukulan's unrivaled dominance, I want to know, in our modern sense, what worth that has, what worth I have. That's what I, Hohyek, want to do. I hope you won't get in the way, Dr. Dame Calcit.